Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life, and welcome to episode 14 of the Wireless Weekly Recap. Got lots to cover, so let's get started. In today's episode, I'm not going to post any speed tests. I'll do that next week. I got a lot of topics to cover, and I don't want this video to be too long. So, the first topic I want to talk about, it was very quiet, but Verizon put up a bid to buy out Charter. The bid was worth $100 billion. Charter ended up turning it down, but this lets us know that Verizon is very aggressively trying to enter that market and they're willing to buy out a company. So the thing is, right now, of course, Verizon moves very quietly, so we don't know what their next move is. This happened very randomly, and boom, it was reported Verizon $100 billion buyout of Charter, and then Charter ended up turning it down. But what is Verizon's next move? That is going to be very interesting to see. If they put up a bid for Dish, Dish is not going to turn that down. At least I don't believe so. Let's just say Verizon says, here's 50 billion, we're going to buy you out. I think Dish would take that offer. Comcast, they probably don't have enough money to buy out Comcast. Comcast is much bigger than Charter. But you never know. They may be able to come to terms on the merger, but Verizon is very aggressive and it showed with the $100 billion bid. So definitely be on the lookout for Verizon. They're going to make some big deals in the next few weeks. So definitely stay tuned to the channel and I will definitely keep you guys up to date on that. Next, so it's been quiet for a few weeks, but then all of a sudden there was a pitch that was reported on Wall Street, and then all of a sudden it was on all media outlets and different tech blogs. So T-Mobile tries out its Sprint pitch on Wall Street. I looked at the pitch. I mean, that's what we've been discussing on the channel. It would be that T-Mobile would buy Sprint, or they would have the majority stake in the company if they merged. Once again, right now it's all talks and rumors. There has nothing really been set in stone or official. So right now, we can still speculate. Right now I just don't see it happening. It's just too much politics and too much money involved. But, it could still happen. 50-50 either or. It's just, Deutsche Telekom would have to put up a lot of money to buy Sprint. But the merger would make more sense than T-Mobile buying them out. But how much stake does SoftBank really want? And one thing that Marcelo has been able to accomplish that's going to make their stock probably a little bit more valuable, overvalued, is he has been shaving $5 billion off of Sprint's expenses in the last 3 years, which could mean that here pretty soon Sprint is going to turn profit again. He plans on cutting another, I believe, 1.5 to 1.7 billion, and then we could start seeing quarterly that Sprint turns profit, and then the ultimate goal is to turn an annual profit. And we could start seeing that on Sprint, and then of course their stock is going to go up and the investors are going to start becoming happy. So then Sprint is going to become much more valuable. So I think this deal has to happen very soon. As this came out, I'm sure Sprint stock is going to do a lot better in the next coming weeks. And Marcelo has said he was going to do this, and he accomplished it within 3 years. So that's good to see. I mean, he pulled out of NASCAR, that sponsorship. He cut the direct to you, and he's done a lot of other things. Of course, the bad part about it is he had to cut some employees, but in a business structure, that's normal. So definitely I'm seeing a lot of good things at Sprint. The cost cutting, trying to operate much better, but the network still lags behind the other three. So Sprint can't really compete in terms of network, but Sprint competes in pricing, and that's what keeps the other carriers honest as well. Sprint could if T-Mobile and Sprint don't merge, Sprint could go stay the fourth carrier, and they could be the cheaper option, the lower end carrier. Now, do they necessarily want to operate as one large MVNO? That's a discussion for another video. They could do that. They could just become one major prepaid brand and just operate in that way. But I don't think they want to do that. I think SoftBank sees a bigger vision. I think Marcelo sees a bigger vision. And I think they have the spectrum to have a decent network. Are they necessarily going to catch up overnight? As we discussed in the past, not going to happen. Sprint's not going to catch up overnight. They're going to get better in cities. That's a proven fact. They're going to get better in cities, and they're going to get better in metropolitan areas, and of course the much bigger markets. But as far as the nationwide network goes, they have been lagging behind, and every year goes by, they get further and further behind. Now they're converting GMO sites, and they're converting the rest of the 3G only sites to LTE, supposedly by the end of July. So I will report back on that as well. Voice over LTE trials have started from what I've seen, but I haven't seen any actual reports or pictures or screenshots of it actually taking place. So I'm still trying to search for that. But that definitely has started from what has been reported. So definitely be on the lookout for those updates as well. And as we go into the summer, Q3, Q4, carriers are going to start getting really aggressive on the network. Network upgrades are ramping up again. I just checked my local government site for the permits. And once again, Verizon, lots of new towers. T-Mobile doing lots of modernizations, upgrades. Sprint, still only one Band 41 site, no other equipment added elsewhere, so I don't know what's going on there. And At&T, it looks like they're also adding a few towers and doing some upgrades here and there. So definitely a really good time for the wireless industry. But I just wanted to make this episode today to speak with you guys, and I want to hear you guys' opinion on this. I know it's been quiet on that topic for a while, the merger, but it is starting to heat up again. Now Verizon is starting to just go on a rampage with, letting their money talk, $100 billion, who wants it. So we'll see what their next move is. But I do believe if they make a bid for Dish, I think Dish would take that bid. I just don't see any other company right now that they would probably approach. I don't think they will approach Comcast. I don't think they have enough money. Maybe in a merger agreement, but a buyout, I don't think that'll happen. And I don't think Verizon will try to get Sprint. I've seen that also on the rumor mill that Verizon may try to buy Sprint. I don't see that happening, and I don't see Verizon making an offer on any other carrier, such as T-Mobile or so. Those rumors, I don't think any of that will happen. So definitely, I want to hear from you guys in the comment section down below. There's lots of new info out. Marcelo has finally accomplished a $5 billion cut, so Sprint can turn a profit again. Sprint hasn't turned a profit since like 2006, so long time ago. So it's about time for Sprint to start doing that. But eventually, some of that money has to go back into somewhere, whether it be marketing, network. Some of that money has to go in there somewhere. So soon, Sprint is going to have to grow their customer base to start making more profit so they can spend more of it. So definitely, I appreciate all the support. Like I said, I apologize for not doing any of the speed tests in this video. I didn't want it to be too long, but next week I'll include that as well. Definitely throughout the week, this weekend, be on the lookout for more content. I got some more stuff coming for you guys. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about that prepaid increase that Verizon did. So be on the lookout for that video. And yeah, let's get interactive. I just want to hear from you guys and see what you think about this and what you guys think about Verizon doing that Are they getting really greedy now, or are they just trying to become a behemoth of a company? They're already a huge company, but they're looking to go even bigger. So definitely give these videos a thumbs up. It keeps me motivated, keeps me going. Like, share, subscribe. This is Tyrone with Tech Life, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.